I'm Peter Zilgalvis, Head of Unit for Digital Innovation and Blockchain in the European Commission. Today, I'll be talking about blockchain initiatives with two special guests. Nadia Filali, Head of the Blockchain and Crypto Assets Pilot at the Caisse des Dépôts and Chair of INATBA, the International Association of Trusted Blockchain Applications, and Nina Dokojo, Head of the New Economy and Blockchain Technologies Project at the Slovenian Ministry of Economic Development and Technology and a UNETS expert. And Slovenia also is holding the presidency of the European Union now, of the Council. Dear panelists, I'm very happy to put to you the first question, which is, what are the blockchain projects that you are leading in your organization?
Caisse des Dépôts is a public group focused on supporting the French economy. We began to work in 2015 on the subject by launching LabChain, an innovation lab with 35 partners, banks, insurance companies, and startups to explore this technology and support the ecosystem. By first developing pilots with them on topics like shared KYC, Euro token, or SFTR trade repository, organizing a Learn Academy to acculturate and train the business and technical employees of the corporate companies, more than 250 people to date, and open the debate with corporate startups and the regulator by organizing a think tank, bringing together a wider ecosystem of French and international players in regular events. Our program has grown to a team of 9 people with business and technical profiles, and we are working on several topics. First, we keep working on developing Archipels, a startup we created in 2020 with ENGIE, Electricity of France, and La Poste. And after having deployed our first offer on document certification, we are now working on self-sovereign identity. Moreover, we have just defined a new governance of our infrastructure, currently consists of 13 nodes, in order to extend it to the other partners. In addition, we are currently experimenting via the CIDC project, the implementation of commercial bank digital currency with 2 French banks, BNP Paribas and Crédit Agricole, and 2 technological partners, the blockchain XDev and Tokeny on Tezos and Ethereum technology.
Our actual blockchain project is the opening of European Blockchain Services Infrastructure Node. This is as a result of the application and the agreement that we received with the European Commission on the CEF Telecom call for supporting EU blockchain infrastructure and services. So the objective of the project was to establish and operate EBSI node for the government, to operate EBSI node at least for 2 years, and for sure to enhance capacity of the government administration and also related organizations for development of digital skills, efficient implementation of cross-border use cases, and so on. If I explain a little bit the project scope, it is main activities that are first set up national EBSI node. The second one is establishment or starting to test EBSI EBSI use cases. We have at least 3 use cases to be tested, and the first is self-sovereign identity. The second is diplomas on blockchain, and the third is the traceability on blockchain. This is very important because we also are partnering with our other ministries that are going to test and implement those use cases. For example, one node will be additionally open for self-sovereign identity on the Ministry of Public Administration, for the diplomas use cases in the Ministry of Science, Education and Sport, and for for the traceability on the Ministry of Justice. We will also implement the necessary steps for operation of the node, establishment of the national help desk, because we know that the ministries cannot cover itself the running of the EPSI node, and also the development of specific tools and technical resources to assist the national administration to implement cross-border projects.
How do you coordinate these projects with the EU level initiatives?
On the EU level, we are mostly working with the DG Connect and with your team, Peteris, on the EU Blockchain Observatory and Forum, and with INATBA. Created in 2019, INATBA, the International Association for the Trusted Blockchain Application, is a multi-stakeholder organization based in Brussels, gathering suppliers and users of DLT, governmental organizations, and policymakers from all over the world. With more than 160 members, it is today the largest independent forum for public-private discussion on blockchain and DLTs. We are a non-profit, protocol agnostic, and free from commercial influence. And we have three principal missions: develop transparent and inclusive governance and cooperation model for blockchain and DLT, inform policy and regulatory development through close dialogues with policymaker and regulator, and promote convergence of standards and policy through cooperation, accelerating development for benefit of society and economies. INATBA launched several sectoral working groups, and to work closely with the regulator and the government and the academics, we launched a government advisory body and an academic advisory body. As Caisse des Dépôts, we are involved in several working groups like finance, identity, governance, public sector, and we are co-chairing the governance working group and the public sector working group. We have also collaborated with the European Commission since 2016 on this subject, participating in the actions launched by the DG Connect with Peteris, including the Observatory and Forum, the launch of UBP for France, and INATBA. Our recent works include our answer to the MiCA regulation, our report on identity linked with the EPSI project, and reports on climate action, for example, finance on stablecoin or on NFTs.
As you know, we have European Blockchain Partnership. It is composed by the Commission, by the members of the European Commission, DG Connect, and the European member states. It is a unique partnership between the Commission and member states, where we have this European Blockchain Partnership Policy Group. It is composed by the representatives of member states. Then EBSI technical working group is dedicated to use cases and to EPSI infrastructure part. Then we have use cases working group, and we also have a kind of coordination that was introduced after 1.5 years of existence of that European Blockchain Partnership, and this is co-chairmanship. The EBP was established in 2018. After that, we started to develop 3 use cases that are cross-border, and this is self-sovereign identity, diplomas on blockchain, and also traceability use case. And now we are on 6 use cases. We additionally develop use case on asylum, on financing of SMEs, and social security card. So if I can just explain how EPSI is or how EBP is coordinated. We adopted a mission statement in which we decided to have co-chairmanship with the member states that have presidency trio. So Slovenia now is a part of the presidency trio with Germany and Portugal, and this part of the year we will have the presidency of the EU, and also we are in co-chairmanship with the Commission for European Blockchain Partnership. We also composed a non-paper communication. That non-paper was elaborated from the members of all the groups that I mentioned, and it is very important that it is giving orientation what and how to deal with certain issues on the coordination on the EU level. So it fixes or defines the organizational structure of EBP policy, technical group, use case groups, and other. Then it defines a relation to other directorates general, for example, DG FISMA, Growth, Regio. Then it defines the relations for external partners, cooperation with external and also international partners, and the definitions of tasks and roles of each part of EBSI, so that they can assure their interconnectedness together with communication, information flows, and so on. What I have to say else that INATBA established government advisory body. For example, I'm a member of government advisory body, and we are also in very close contacts with INATBA and other international organizations.
What new blockchain developments do you envision for your organization in the upcoming years?
At the depot, we are coming to the end of our first roadmap. And now, after having defined our doctrine on the digital assets in the last few days, we are currently working on a new roadmap for 2022 to 2025 with two main objectives. First of all, staying ahead on the main trend as CBDC, self-sovereign identity, tokenization of assets, by working on industrialization and value-added projects for our businesses and partners. And two, reinforce our action in the service of French and therefore European digital sovereignty and support the blockchain and crypto asset ecosystem. As first orientation, we can indicate that we will continue to work on digital currencies in coordination with the regulator and the market. We will continue to develop industrial services offering, particularly in the area of tokenization of economy and data collaboration in areas like energy sharing or culture and tourism, and to adapt our trusted third-party offerings by opening crypto asset custody service for first our historical clients. We will also intensify our work on the development of self-sovereign identity in the context of creation of the digital identity in Europe, announced recently in June, and the new eIDAS regulation. And finally, Caisse de Dépôt will intensify our support to the ecosystem, both in accelerate and financing startups and in supporting the academic research.
For the upcoming years, what we are deciding, we know that we received the confirmation for our national recovery and resilience plan. So within our recovery and resilience plan, we are planning to upgrade the EBSI nodes. We are planning to upgrade whole blockchain project in Slovenia under that multi-country cross-border projects. We are answering on the challenges that blockchain is still not broadly used in the public or private sector, and it is not broadly used in traditional industries. So we want to address all these challenges. And the objective of our action is, for example, to enhance the usage of EBSI with the strengthening of EBSI in the public sector, the extent of usability of EBSI through the integration with the national infrastructures on blockchain, to enhance innovation through the technical and the technological solutions, also participating in blockchain early adopters program, because it will be covered by Digital Europe program, and to create appropriate supporting environment with the purpose to exchange knowledge, raise skills and best practices. Here we are planning to, for example, to establish a national competence center for blockchain. And what else what I have to say that we are organizing European Blockchain Week in September, and it is very in line with what was explained by Nadia from INADVA, because we are focusing into EU Green Deal for blockchain and AI. And we will also, together with INADVA and other international organizations, EU Blockchain Observatory and Forum, UNCE, European Commission, we will organize a very attractive workshops and panels in the field of climate change, in the field of circular economy, in the field of energy efficiency, green mobility. For example, a lot of the also fields that INADVA is covering within its chapters. We are also going to focus on regulatory challenges. We know that we adopted them, or we still have in pipeline the market for crypto assets regulation. And I hope together with the industry, we will help to move on during our presidency now the regulatory package, so that we will have the positive result in the end. And maybe I just to mention, we are also strengthening our international cooperation, and we are foreseeing to somehow establish the European and African blockchain partnership also during our blockchain week, and to have the policy debate to know where the actions and the measures are going to be oriented in the next 5 to 10 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nina and Nadia. I think this session will be of great interest to all the listeners of the MOOC. Thank you, everyone.